Following a public consultation, Transport for London are planning to extend the Bakerloo line from Elephant and Castle to Lewisham. The route can go one of two ways, either via the Old Kent Road or via Camberwell. Campaigners say they wanted to go both ways.
At the moment, the Bakerloo line goes as far as the Elephant and Castle, so there's a great opportunity to extend the Bakerloo line into South London proper. It's already on the table that it should be extended to Lewisham, and that is an extremely good idea. The question is whether it should come to Camberwell or the Old Kent Road or both. Ideally, it would go to both.
This is really needed now. It will take about 5 years to build this route, but the Mayor and his advisors are currently proposing starting this and having it delivered by 2030. That's just too late, and between now and then something really needs to happen. We need to make sure that we get that 10 years of political red tape out of the way and just get this done. We think taking it to Lewisham is just the beginning of what they need to do. If you look at the way that London's growing, there'll be 10 million people living in London by 2030, and most of those homes will have to happen in the south of London. If we don't want people to live in more commuter misery, then we have to make sure the infrastructure's there, and making sure that the Bakerloo line doesn't stop in Zone 2 and actually continues out towards Bromley will actually make real inroads into alleviating that stress that all those commuters face on a daily basis.
Campaigners say the proposed extension to Lewisham simply doesn't go far enough. They want the Bakerloo line extended as far as Bromley, which they say will free up capacity for the rest of the National Rail network.
By taking out the National Rail service between Bromley and London Bridge and replacing it with the Underground service, what you're doing is freeing up the National Rail spaces between Lewisham and London for other National Rail services across the whole of South East London. So places like Bexley, Greenwich and Dartford will also be able to have additional rail services going into London, alleviating the stresses that they see on a daily basis. So that means that the whole of South East London will have alleviation of the additional stresses on transport coming into the centre of London on a daily basis. If you live in Catford, where I represent at the moment, we've got a service that gets you into London once every half an hour. That's just simply not good enough for a Zone 2-3 border area of London. This will bring services at peak times at every 90 seconds. It will completely change the face of South East London and actually give us parity to our North London boroughs.